Today, we're diving into a powerful and completely free AI tool from Google that, honestly, might just be the secret weapon you've been looking for. It's called NotebookLM, and it's designed to be your own personal second brain. You know, in a world that's just flooded with new AI tools every single day, a statement like this, it really makes you stop and listen. Calling something one of the most useful is a huge claim. So in this explainer, we're going to break down exactly why NotebookLM might actually deserve that title.
So here's our game plan. First, we'll get into what NotebookLM actually is, and the one thing that makes it totally unique. Then, we're going to get hands-on and look at how to build your knowledge base. From there, we'll check out how it can be your study partner and a wild content creation machine, before we wrap up with some pro tips to make you a total power user.
All right, so let's start with the big question. What actually makes NotebookLM different from the chatbots you already know, like ChatGPT or Gemini? Well, the answer comes down to one key idea that changes everything. It is a grounded AI. This right here, this is the secret sauce. A grounded AI doesn't go searching the whole messy, wide-open internet for answers. Instead, it limits itself only to the sources that you give it, your documents, your research, your notes. That becomes its entire universe of knowledge.
And this is where you can really see the difference. You know how general chatbots can sometimes hallucinate or just kind of make stuff up? That's because they're pulling from the entire web. But NotebookLM bases its answers only in your material. And the best part? It shows its work. It gives you citations pointing to the exact passages in your documents where it found the info. That means its answers are focused, accurate, and you can actually trust them.
Okay, so that's the what. Now, how do you actually use it? Let's get practical and see how you can build your own personal knowledge base, which Google calls a notebook. And you'll see, it's surprisingly easy to get started.
Honestly, it's as simple as 1, 2, 3. You just create a new notebook for whatever topic you're working on, you add your source materials, and then you just start talking to it. You're literally having a conversation with your own documents.
And the stuff you can add is amazing. We're talking PDFs, Google Docs, even website links, and the transcripts from YouTube videos. You can upload MP3s of your own thoughts, like a voice journal, or for those articles behind a paywall, just use the copied text feature and paste it right in. The flexibility is just incredible.
And the capacity is pretty generous, too. You can load up to 50 different individual sources into a single notebook. I mean, that's a ton of material for any project, whether you're researching a paper, pulling together work documents, or just trying to learn something new.
But here's where the scale gets absolutely mind-blowing. Each one of those 50 sources can have up to 500,000 words. You do the math. That's a potential 25 million words per notebook. To give you some perspective, that's like uploading the entire 7-book Harry Potter series more than 20 times over. You can basically upload entire libraries of information and then just talk to them.
So, now that we know how to build a knowledge base, let's look at one of its most powerful uses, learning. I don't care if you're a student, a researcher, or just a curious person, this can totally change how you absorb information.
So imagine this. You upload all your class notes, your textbooks, your lecture recordings. Then, with just a simple prompt, you can ask NotebookLM to create study tools for you. It can whip up a full study guide, quiz you on the key terms, build you flashcards, or even draw out a mind map so you can see how all the ideas connect. It is literally like having a tireless study buddy on demand 24/7. And look, it's not just for academic stuff. This quote points to a really creative and personal use. You can upload your own journals or just audio files of you thinking out loud. By chatting with your own past thoughts, you can start to see patterns, rediscover old ideas, and get some amazing insights about yourself. It's like you can literally map your own brain. All right, now for all the creators out there, this next part is where things get really, really cool. NotebookLM isn't just for understanding information. It's a powerful engine for turning it into brand new content. Think about this question for a second. What if your research could literally speak for itself? Let's say you've gathered a dozen articles all about the planet Saturn. What if you could turn all that static text into a dynamic conversation? Well, NotebookLM can do exactly that. It can take your sources and generate an entire podcast, complete with 2 AI hosts discussing the material. This is a little clip from a podcast it made based on articles about Saturn. The dialogue just sounds so natural and engaging, and it's all pulled straight from the research you gave it.
And it doesn't stop with audio. It can also generate video overviews. This line here is the opening to a script for an explainer video, also about Saturn, that it created from the exact same documents. It doesn't just write the script, by the way. It gives you the voiceover and generates the visual slides to go with it.
And you're not locked into some boring generic look. You get a whole bunch of visual styles to choose from, which gives you so much creative freedom. You can go with a classic professional style, a fun whiteboard animation, or even an anime look if that's your thing.
Okay, let's wrap things up with a few rapid-fire pro tips to help you get the absolute most out of this thing. These are those little habits that are going to make a huge difference in how you use it.
First, and this one is so important, your chat history doesn't save automatically. So if the AI gives you a perfect summary or just a really brilliant idea, you have to hit that Save to Note button. This keeps all your best insights organized and easy to find later.
Next up, always remember that you're in the driver's seat. If you have, say, 50 sources loaded up, but you only want to ask a question about 3 of them, just use the little checkboxes next to each source. This tells the AI exactly where to focus, and you'll get way more precise answers. And finally, this is how you truly level up. All those brilliant insights you saved as notes, with one click, you can turn them into brand new sources themselves. This means the AI's best answers become a part of your knowledge base, ready to be used in future conversations. It creates this amazing feedback loop for making your ideas even better.
So, that's NotebookLM. It's an incredibly accurate research assistant, a personal tutor, and even a content creation engine, all rolled into one. The possibilities are just huge, which really leaves us with one final thought. Think about your favorite books, your company's internal documents, maybe even your own personal journals. If you could sit down and have a real conversation with them, what would be the very first thing you'd ask?